Key modern railways. In-depth railway news.
Hi everyone, this is Sherratt, the editor of Modern Railways magazine. I'm joined today by video link by Dave Kaye, who is the Chief Operating Officer for Abellio UK, who has overall responsibility in the management team for Abellio's group of UK franchises. And we're going to talk a little bit about the current situation and some of the impacts that COVID has had on operating franchises. So obviously a big milestone was in the middle of May, on the 18th of May, timetables in England were stepped up. And how's that settled in, Dave, in terms of performance, the way the railway's operating and levels of demand?
It's gone in fantastically well, if I'm being honest, Philip, because in the last period, we were at 97.4% ppm measures for the Abellio TOCs. Our moving annual average was 2.2% higher than the industry. I think 97.4% is a great result, and it shows the resilience of the timetables. The whole industry across the UK is reporting very, very good numbers. So we were pleased when the 18th came in, because we'd ramped down twice at some of our TOCs, and then the ramp up is always a little bit more difficult. But you know, we were delighted with the performance. Patronage hasn't increased as much as we expected it to, if we were honest. We've seen some slight increases into Liverpool Street in London, but generally people are heeding the government's warning of, you know, don't use public transport and stay at home if you can work from home. So there's been some slight increases. This morning we saw a couple of peak trains going into London with big loadings, but nothing to cause concern with regard to social distancing at this moment.
I should say that we're recording this on Monday, the 1st of June. So this is the first day that the most recent guidance from government has taken effect around schools going back and so on, and the latest stage in easing the lockdown measures. So obviously it's a little bit early to see exactly what effect that's going to have, but we'll sort of see that over the coming weeks. And in terms of staff, obviously supporting staff is a key aspect at this time, but clearly from the railways operating reliably, you've still got good staff availability across your franchises.
Yeah, well, I mean, the staff have been fantastic. They've been absolutely amazing what they've done. The frontline staff, the guys back of house, you know, we've all been able to work from home, but most importantly, the people at the front end, the drivers, the conductors, the station staff, the engineering staff, been phenomenal. When it first came in, we saw high teens self-isolation, but that's now down. As this morning, we were at 5.27% absence due to COVID-19. The timetable that we're delivering now is resilient. We've made sure that it's reliable. We'll only plan something that we know we can deliver. The next ramp up is on the 6th of July. That's going to be a big one, because again, we want to make sure that we're delivering as much capacity as possible, but keeping it reliable. We don't want to have any cancellations, so we've really got to watch the staffing situation. If there's a peak in COVID-19, it could affect, you know, some of the services across the country, but at the moment we're just planning to deliver what we know we can resource. So the timetable differences across our TOCs are slightly different depending on how, you know, the sickness levels are, but the staff have been amazing.
Excellent. And obviously one of the Abellio franchises is ScotRail, and things are slightly different north of the border in terms of the way things are changing, aren't they? And there's been a more cautious approach, and that's been reflected in the timetable as well, hasn't it?
Yes, it is. One of the first comments made to me when I first started was it's different in Scotland than it is. Transport Scotland decided not to ramp up. They've gone today, the 1st of June, with a 4% increase on the timetable that was there last week. They've got another ramp up planned on the 15th. They will go up, their schools go back, I think, on the 11th of August. So they're aiming to have a multiple stage ramp up culminating on the 11th of August, where they go back to as close to 100% as they can.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So clearly the priority now is getting all the planning in place towards those key milestones, doing all the background work that you need to do, and support whatever the government's guidance is in the respect.
Yeah, it is. We are looking at our train loadings on the day so that we can see where there are any peak issues. The station management has been excellent. We've got all the stations mapped out. Every station that we own has got a plan for where the 2 meter signs go, how we're going to queue people, how we're going to get people onto platforms. So, you know, the planning work's been superb. But again, we don't know how the increase in patronage is going to be. We're working on increasing slightly on the 15th, and then we go again on the 6th. But so far the planning's been good. We've kept it simple. We're focusing on reliability. So fingers crossed, customers will respect that and just, you know, get on with the journeys that they have to take.
Excellent. Thanks very much, Dave. That's great. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Phil.
Visit www.keymodernrailways.com for more interesting and essential information about the British Railway Network.